For the first time since before FNCS Global Championships, we have finally seen a duo cash cup that was not won by Peterbot. This was one of the most diverse leaderboards I've seen in a long time for both NA and EU. We have so much to go over though. Real quick, before the video starts, please subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. We just recently hit 70,000 and we're literally less than 300 away from 71,000 already. So if you want to help me reach that goal, please subscribe and turn on notifications. Use code Kdog on the Fort Knight item shop if you guys want to support me even more. Without further ado though, let's get straight into today's video. Alright, so we have to start off with the first place players and the team that I actually predicted would win today's Cash Cup finals. If you guys saw my video from yesterday, Rapid and Bolts on 311 points, being able to win one of these 6 games, having an average elims of 5.5 and an average placement of 11.8. They ended up winning this Cash Cup by 40 points because Noxy and Threats finished in second place on 270 points in 6 games. They had an average elims of 4 and an average placement of 8.5. This was the best average placement of the day. I feel like a lot of people really could have predicted Rapid and Bolts to win, but I didn't really see any people saying that Noxy and Threats had a chance to win this as well. So shout out to them. Third place is another brand new duo for this of Muzz and Kanada. Now they finished with 264 points in 6 games. They weren't able to win any of them, but they did honestly look pretty good today. If we look at their match history, it was a 0 elimination 15th, a 2 elimination 18th, 7 elimination 13th, 5 elimination 11th, 10 elimination 3rd, and a 7 elimination 2nd. They really showed their ability to be able to frag out, and they honestly did look really good. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw these two at least end up trying out together for trios. Fourth place was actually Vino and Revise. Now Vino was actually playing this tournament from EU as well, so being able to pull out the 4th place, he's continuing Clix's legacy with the 4th place curse here, getting 255 points in 6 games, winning one of the games as well, which might come as a surprise to some of you guys. But Vino was able to place well on both EU and NA. I'm going to be going over EU later, so if you're here for EU, don't worry, I'm also going over that. And then rounding out the really shocking top 5 was G Money and O Sid on 250 points in 6 games. A really surprising top 5 all around there. In 6th place though was Victor V and Paper. 7th place was Agers and Ritual. 8th place was actually Booga and Cold. Now I know a lot of people are going to be curious on their match history. They got a 6 elimination 7th, 3 elimination 16th, 1 elimination 19th, 5 elimination 6th, 4 elimination 8th, and a 0 elimination 36th. So I mean, they did have 3 top 10s. So looking back on it, it actually is a lot better than I expected it to be. But I think a lot of people did expect maybe a top 5 out of this duo. And 9th place was Dash and Bryce. And then rounding out the top 10 was Rolls. Obviously though, that is not including so many big name teams, and I'm going to go over all of those for you guys right now. We have to start off with Clicks and Reet, unfortunately placing 11th place, getting 173 points in 6 games. They were able to win one of them though. If you look at their match history, it's a 6 elimination 5th, 0 elimination 31st, 4 elimination 16th, 12 elimination win, and then they got a 0 elimination 42nd and a 0 elimination 37th. If you look at the actual 0 elimination 42nd though, unfortunately Reed's internet went out at his house, so Clicks was forced to solo clutch and he was not able to pull anything crazy off, and this really kind of just ruined the whole momentum for this duo. They definitely could have ended top 5 if Reed's internet never crashed, and I have to say I am still pretty excited to see these guys team up more in the future. Then we had a whole run on the leaderboard of big name teams, so I'm just gonna go over all of them for you guys. 12th place was Yamzo and Rise on 170. 13th place was Cooper and Miro on 164. 14th place was Acorn and Poyo in their first ever tournament together on 151 points. They were also able to win a game together as well. And then 15th place was Batman Booga and Epic Whale. I know a lot of you guys are probably asking the question right now, where is Peterbot? You still haven't gone over Peterbot. What happened to him? And if you look down the leaderboard a little bit more, in 27th place, you see Scented and Peterbot on 80 points in 6 games. If you look at their match history, it's a 4 elimination 17th, 1 elimination 10th, 3 elimination 22nd, 0 elimination 40th, 2 elimination 44th, 1 elimination 34th. If you're wondering what happened with this team, I'm honestly not 100% sure. I know they were at least triple contested at Raft, and I'm pretty sure they did good die-up spawn a couple of those games. And I don't want to just put all the blame on Scented here, but these guys were just playing together for fun. I don't think anyone should take this placement too serious in Peterbot and be oh, he needs Poyo to place, or oh, he needs Cold to place. Scented doesn't even really consider himself a Fortnite player anymore, so a top 27 is definitely not good, but I don't think we should be like hanging this over Peterbot's head or anything like that. If you guys remember yesterday's video, I also talked about BloodX being able to make a Cash Cup Finals. Yes, you heard that right. Clix' coach was able to make a Cash Cup Finals lobby. If you're wondering how they did, unfortunately, they placed 46th place, only getting 6 points in 6 games, but still a huge accomplishment, and shout out to BloodX for even being able to make an NA Finals of all things in general, especially from playing in EU. Speaking of EU though, let's move on to exactly how EU went this morning. All right, moving on to EU here now though. It was a very strange tournament all around. If you guys watched my prediction video yesterday, I actually predicted the winner correctly for this tournament of Vico and Flixie on 293 points in 6 games, being able to win one of them, having an average elims of 4.3 and an average placement of exactly 8th. If you look at their match history, it was a 2 elimination 17th, 4 elimination 4th, 7 elimination 3rd, 2 elimination 12th, 4 elimination 11th, and then a 7 elimination win the very last game to secure the win for them. Just like I said in yesterday's video, this is by far the best duo and the team with the most chemistry together, and that is why I predicted them for the win. So they ended up proving me right here. Second place was Panzer on 287 points in 6 games, winning one of them. Third place was Sky and Scroll on 252. Fourth place was Ping and Malibuka on 234. And then I actually got 5th place exactly right as well with Vino and Walks on 215 points in 6 games, being able to win one of them, having an average elims of 4.6 and an average placement of 22.6. If we look at Vino's match history, he was actually one of the teams landing the raft, so it's not going to be as consistent as some of the other teams, but they got a 5 elimination 7th, a 1 elimination 44th, 9 elimination 2nd, 11 elimination win. Then their last 2 games they really struggled, getting a 0 elimination 45th and dying off spawn, and then a 2 elimination 37th, but they still were able to finish in exactly 5th place as I predicted yesterday. 6th place was Dre, 7th place was Cringe, 8th was Robon, 9th was Rax, and then rounding out the top 10 was actually Yanis and Rezon. There was still a lot of other big name teams outside of the top 10 and a lot of other big names that I unfortunately were completely wrong in my top 5 predictions. In 16th place was Swizzy and Merstash on 137 points. Last week's Cash Cup winners of Queasy and Pixie finished on only 120 points in 22nd place. The Cash Cup winners the week before that, and a team that I had probably overestimated a little bit since they were contested, of Chicho and Teeny in 26th place, only getting 84 points. And then for a team that you guys are probably the most curious about, of Mongrel and Mr. Savage, they unfortunately finished in 47th place, only being able to get 12 points in 5 games. If you're wondering what actually happened to them and why they actually did so bad today, they had like the worst internet I have ever seen. Mr. Savage recently moved in with Mongrel in like London, I'm pretty sure, and their whole internet situation just needs to be figured out because it is not sustainable. I think they are going to be getting like a new router or something tomorrow though, but they were literally like lagging out in the middle of the game for multiple seconds, causing them to die in multiple games. And then one of the games, Mr. Savage literally just forgot to queue. It was just a rough tournament day all around for them. I want to go over the final damage leaderboard actually for the EU Cash Cup Finals. In 10th place was Wheat, 9th place was Puzo, 8th was actually Rezon, 7th was Dre, 6th was Ping, and then going into the top 5, we see Aeon in 5th, Panzer in 4th, Sky in 3rd, Vino in 2nd, and then Vico in 1st. I'm pretty sure this is like back-to-back weeks of Vico being 1st and then Vino being 2nd. These guys are continuously proving why they are some of the best fighters in the whole world, and I cannot wait to see what these two end up doing in trios. Other than that though, it was a pretty entertaining Cash Cup for both NA and EU. Remember, subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. Hitting 100,000 subscribers would be like winning FNCS to me, so if you help me to be able to win FNCS, please just subscribe and turn on notifications. Use code Kdog in the Fortnite item shop if you guys want to support me even more. YouTube says you'll enjoy one of these 2 videos up on the screen right now, so go check them out if you guys haven't already. Follow me on my Twitter @Kdog to keep up to date with everything to do with Fortnite competitive. Thank God for another day, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace out.